Hello and welcome to this week's edition of The Focal Point. My name is Bat Kakoza. Since time immemorial, traditional herbal medicine is believed to effectively cure lots of ailments. Unfortunately, the coming of Western medicine has greatly undermined its effectiveness. In this program, meet the man who is spearheading the crusade to keep herbal medicine alive. It is early hours of Sunday. 78-year-old Father Brother Anatoly Wasswa, a Catholic priest at Chitele de Masaka Diocese, walks to the cathedral a few meters away from his residence for his Sunday morning prayers. He has studied, lived and worked here most of his life. This beautiful cathedral is a very familiar place for him because he comes here whenever he's not on his numerous errands in other parts of the country. He has been a clergyman for more than 50 years. But Father Brother Anatoly is a unique type of clergyman in several ways. One, he holds two religious pastoral titles, Father and Brother.
Because I have been a brother for 53 years. And then, afterward, I was ordained a priest. That's why they said to me, Brother Father Anatoly. I belong to the congregation of the Brothers Banakalori, which was founded here in Masaka, 1928, November 21st, by Archbishop Fletcher and Father Joseph Richard. Now this congregation is celebrating this year its anniversary, 75 years.
2. Besides his religious obligations of preaching the word of God and delivering spiritual healings to the faithful, Anatoly is a traditional herbalist who treats ailments of everybody irrespective of faith. He is a priest who practices traditional medicine with a Christian perspective. His interest in traditional herbal medicine began with interest in local cultures and folklore.
First of all, I'm very much interested in a culture which is called the Wasswa, proverbs, writings and so on. That's why I was asked by the Church of Masaka in 1985. Because you see, many of our people go to witch doctors to get medicine. The medicine is there, medicine is good, but when they go there, they are misled by being told that you are bewitched. And as religious, we prevent people to go to the witch doctors. But the medicine is there. What the church liked, let the medicine be redeemed from those people, and then be used by religious people.
Anatoly justifies the involvement of the church in traditional healing, noting that the church in Europe always set the pace in new medical discoveries.
Because even in overseas, the church was the first to use this medicine. These witch doctors, when people started going to there, they called them this medicine devilish, for using wicked it. So a person who is well educated did not like to take a medicine. Herbal medicine. And the religious people did not like to take it because they say it is from Satan by using it. But now people have come to realize that medicine is from God. Let it be treated, be used as God wanted it to treat. Because God first created the world, put some plants. In plants we get food, we get medicine, and we get drink. That's why you see these wild animals. They don't get sick because whatever plant they eat is medicine.
But unlike his modern day counterparts who have gone to modern medical schools and learned modern medicine, Father Brother Anatoly did not only inherit some of his traditional herbal knowledge from his elders as a young man, but has also been able to acquire more and more as he deeply gets involved in it.
We get it from our ancestors. This medicine has been transformed from generation to generation. So we take it in the time we find it as it is being using. Because now you see in the country you cannot say who started eating beans. But now we eat them. You cannot say who started brewing beer. But it is something from generation to generation. That's what we can use. And when we go to the old people, we ask them. And many of them are willing to tell us as the religious people, because say, now my son, take this, I have been using this medicine. Or they can tell us and give them amount of money. Because now people have learned it is not better to die with such gifts, with this knowledge.
At Chiterede in Rakai district, where Anatoly's St. Luke clinic is located, he runs a 2-acre garden where he has planted most of the herbal plant species that he uses to extract his traditional medicines. He has also set up a nursery and is planning to plant some of the medicinal plants that he has managed to collect over the years. For these, he has set up a 6-acre plot. He supplements his collection by paying people in the villages to gather specific herbs.
There are some people whom I train. I can say, go and see a fig tree. You bring me the leaves, or the bark, or the roots. Separately, they go and they bring them.
At his main clinic, Anatoly employs people to grind the herbs into powders or mix them into liquid medicines.
You see, this is for diabetes. Sugar.
Is diabetes. Okay.
And this one for high blood pressure.
Okay.
Another one for ulcers.
Okay.
And this one is for cough mixture.
Anatoly has also invested in an electricity-driven grinding machine which speeds up and eases the work.
The number of the person, this is not.
He has a store brimming with bagfuls of herbs and other plants ready to be ground into medicine. Today, he runs over 7 clinics in various parts of Uganda, where he periodically visits the patients to help diagnose and treat their ailments.
Here, I have ticketed this big clinic with the 25 beds where the patients are admitted. This is the first one. I have another one at Chibuye. There it is open every day. And myself go there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because people cannot travel from Kampala to here because of transport. And myself go there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because people cannot travel from Kampala to here because of transport. So that's it. Some are treated over there. When they are to be admitted, we send them here to get beds. I have another one, Nyamitanga. Another where I go by every month. I have Hoima. I have Masindi. And another one is in Ntusi. Another one is in, let me see, Nkokonjeru. And now we have opened another one at Mbiko, because the people from Busoga can easily go there every month. They know the day, so they come and treat it there.
The reason why he and the Catholic Church got involved is because many of the parishioners were still going to witch doctors for treatment, because they did not trust modern treatment to cure some of the more complicated ailments. But witch doctors give more than treatment, usually diagnosing witchcraft as one of the main causes of their patients' suffering.
You see, our people, these witch doctors, use these ashes to slow them and say, someone is beating you. You are at the spirit of ancestors. You see how this was done.
Through this, he has managed to recover plenty of fetishes from his patients who have given them up. He says the store they were kept will form the basis of a museum on traditional fetishes.
When a patient goes there, they know from what the patient is suffering. But their way of treating people to convince them that someone has been bewitched by someone, Omologo and so and so. And this really causes enmity in the community. They tell them to fake some funny things which will convince the patient that this is a gem, a buffalo bone. You can say now the ancestors need a horn of the buffalo which is on the right side. But the witch doctor already kept it in his store. Yeah. And this costs a lot of, and people take it in their houses, and the children will take afterward, they inherit it. All of these are things like a tail of the animal, which terrifies the persons.
Father Anatoli is a meticulous man, and like other traditional healers to be found in Uganda and even other parts of Africa. He has set up a room where all the records of the herbs he uses are kept. At the same time, each of the herbs has a long list of the diseases that they can treat.
Each disease has its own file. So it is easy to find how many herbs or plants do we use to treat the skin. So it can be documented here and remain. So in the future it is easy each one to come and take a file like at number 15. Okay. And there is this fever. Now fever is now a very bad disease, especially nowadays. We do go to the forest or the jungles and choose some plants which we use. We number them and write them down. When we use these herbs, after time you can see what is really very famous to treat, because you can say, I used such a plant to treat someone, but it does not work well. But according to the many patients we treat, it is now easy to say such a plant is very useful. And now you see, in the future, it will be very difficult. It means these are not yet. So we need also to have some of these big fibers to put there the plants which we use. So these plants we can write vernacular, botanical name, and family name. Okay. So these will remain here. And in the future, people can go and, because it is not easy, sometimes the plants disappear. But when someone can separate it from here, can go to the garden and see, this is such a plant like this. Yes. Now you see this is botanical name. And from this we can write down the vernacular and the family name. So it is easy in the future to make a very big album.
If his plans go well, he plans to computerize the records as a better way of storing the information. To date, he has collected and uses more than 4,000 herbal plants. Today, his clinic treats more than 200,000 people a year. According to him, all diseases known to man are treatable. He says all diseases have plants that can cure them.
Any disease has a plant to be treated, but the people don't know it. And they look, I can use herbal medicine to treat you fever or abdomen like that. But one plant can treat about 20 diseases. I can treat you the disease I know and which I don't know in you. So it is preventive. For me, in my experience, there are some diseases which cannot be cured with European medicine, like ulcers, asthma, diabetes or sugar, high blood pressure, and what we call inherited syphilis, and spleen, which is called akabale or akabengo. Those cannot be cured with European medicine. But with the herbal medicine, it is easy. And that's why many people come to me. And even there are some women who suffer from fibrous abdomen like that. But the plants are there, can be treated and be cured. Like asthma. Asthma, you cannot cure it with European medicine. But with herbal medicine, it is very easy. Now you see, especially now HIV. With herbal medicine, we treat many of the symptoms, and the patient live.
Today, as a result of his work, Anatoly has won national recognition in Uganda. Initially, the public, including medical professionals, were skeptical about his claims. Many have now gradually come to accept that his claims work.
But I've heard of people who have used his herbs, and I think many of his herbs are very good, and they help with symptomatic management. They help in many ways. For me, particularly, I would not conflict with anybody who uses a herb which works, because HIV/AIDS, we're trying to help the person who's sick. We cannot get hold of the virus right now and remove it, but we're trying to help a person who's sick and to alleviate the symptoms in any way. The only caution I can give is that herbs have got to be measured in a certain quantity, because if you know, even medication itself, if you take a certain number of tablets, they can affect your liver, they can affect your kidney. So we have to know what quantity of herbs should that person use, which can keep the person get better and not get into a toxic phase.
As a result, some patients from the national referral hospitals are sent to him where Western medicines have failed. And he also likewise sends patients he cannot manage, for example, those who need surgery to the hospitals.
I treat people from Murogo. And the people whom I cannot treat, I refer them to the dispensaries or to the hospitals. That's what we should do now, to have exchange of the patients.
At his clinics, he also blends modern medicine practices with traditional ones. At Chitere, the clinic, he has labs where some investigations are carried out on the ailments that his patients are suffering from.
Some of my people are trained both from medical schools, and then come, because it is easy when they come here to take the machine to find high blood pressure, sugar, and everything. And when someone comes with the documents from the hospitals, like some have been tested in X-ray, they come with a bundle of their documents. So we need to read them. For me, if I don't know what they mean, I call my specialist, come and see what does this one mean.
He also runs an inpatient facility with 25 beds. In order to bring his service close to the people in the city, Anatoly set up a clinic in Chibuye, a Kampala suburb, where he regularly visits to attend to patients from Kampala area.
Is the only resource outside, not inside.
And here from the battery, where they are so that there's room also. And they begin here outside there.
Not pass through.
The clinic has a herbal pharmacy stocked with all types of medicine to cure numerous ailments. A herbal pharmacist is at hand to dispense the medicine according to Anatoly's prescriptions. But how is Anatoly able to measure the dosage of his medicine?
Many people ask about the dose. For dose, now we have what we call these European machines. We can use them. But formerly, dose is from what we call natural wisdom. Because when you want to throw a stone to strike that person, you know it is in you. When a woman is preparing vegetable, she knows how much salt we put there. When someone blows beer, according to the experience, knows how much water he puts in such a big calabash. So now we don't like to remain there because of science and technology, people can be trained in university, in big school laboratories, and come. So our medicine, because even European medicine started like ours. Yes.
But while he has been successful, he says it has come at a cost. Government has not yet fully accepted the role of traditional herbal medicine and could do more to promote it by research and recording the knowledge of the youth by the future generation. Well, that's all we had time for from the Focal Point this week. Make sure you tune in 2 weeks from now for yet another edition of the Focal Point. My name is Batka Koza, saying thanks for watching and have a great evening.